What's good, you guys? Welcome back. So we are going to go ahead and do a general tap-in. Okay, so I'm going to move around through some decks that I feel like Spirit wants me to. And, yeah, let's see what we're dealing with or what we got going on. All right. I don't know why this Monday feels different than any other Monday, but I feel heavier, like my head feels heavier. I know I had a headache at the end of last night, at the end of the evening actually, and it kind of carried through until I took some Tylenol. But I just have this heaviness um, on my third eye, okay? So, yeah. I actually could crawl back into bed, is how I feel, and just drink my coffee and hide away for the day, which we may still end up doing that because I had some things planned for today, but I'm a little tired, and that's okay. If I'm a little tired, he might be too. We had a good day yesterday, so it's no problem. But I am here in spirit through all of the clutter and chaos and things that I was thinking about I need to take care of or what I should do. Um, there was a clear inner knowing that I need to stay ahead of my energetic work. And that has to do with excess energy that I absorb or that I attract or that is projected onto me because it's a necessity. So here we are. And that's what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get right into the reading, you guys. I guess I'll put a timestamp. 2:22 is when the cards are starting for you. So let's go ahead and tap in. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over minds. We have Pretty Pampered Princess. Okay, so there's a pretty feminine energy that is official as fuck, or you may be moving into an official situation. We have official person, official situation, and justice with the Pretty Pampered Princess. On the bottom of the deck, I have Prince Charming, Slick Savage, and a Magician. Nice. All right, let's see what that is. What's going on for my Pretty Pampered Princess and this official person that they're getting with Prince Charming? This is a couple. Okay, because period. The princess and the prince. Interesting. So you guys are not yet together. You may not even be sure yet that this is going to be it, but you are very sure or committed that this is the person that you do want a situation with, or you desire a situation with, or somebody just feels like you should be together, okay? Or both of you are feeling that way. As a matter of fact, the way the cards came out, it kind of feels like both of you are. You're sipping from the same cup. Yeah, sipping. Fantasies, fetishes, kinky ways, and sipping. Sexually open, looking to explore. You're attracted to one another. We have sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, and gossiping. So you could be hearing things about one another, but this could be a situation where you guys want to get the official business, or you want to hear what it is that your person has to say to you specifically. Like, this is somebody you've heard about, you've known about. You could be very interested with nosy, like you really want to know certain things, or you have certain questions that you really want answered, but honestly it feels like the only way you're going to get them answered is by the specific person that you're interested in. Okay, and with kinky, look, someone's gonna pay for that information. I was just reading what I split, which is kinky ways and sipping on these kinky ways. Okay, y'all already got chemistry and some kind of energy flowing between the two of you, but somebody is not holding back with penny pinching in reverse. Someone is like trying to cash in on that, so it could be cash money information that somebody's trying to cash in on. They want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're hearing, or what you've heard about them or whatever. Or this could be someone who's going to pay to have a sip from your cup. So it could be someone who wants an official situation with you because they feel like they want to balance things out. But I feel like somebody is extremely serious. Could be this Prince Charming with the magician and the kinky ways. Something about that, like this person's sexual magic could be something that they're intending to have like an encounter with you. Okay, some masculine energies, especially with the slick and savage, is kind of like, let me clear things up for you with this sexual energy, okay? Yeah, period. I just saw 555. So I don't know, maybe that's different with this person. They have not treated you like that before, or they have, never really, maybe you guys don't have a sexual connection, so this is just all new. But you might be seeing a new side of somebody, okay? Or this is you that's revealing a new side. Let's see. What's the Pretty Pamper Princess? Give me a card there. Pretty Pamper Princess. Okay, we got knocked up in reverse. So this could be someone who already tried to impregnate you and the shit didn't work. And I'm talking about energetically, but I mean, it could be physically too. If someone tried to trap you and they weren't able to, they were trying to bait you or trap you into an official situation or trying to lock down something with you. It could also mean energetically that someone had an idea or a situation that they really wanted you to walk into, but you rejected that plan. You rejected that it's like a mental baby. Okay, it's a new reality that they wanted you to buy into or they wanted to create with you and you weren't interested. Okay, that could be a possibility. Good morning, welcome, Richard and Christy. All right, let's see. What's official person and official situation? Roller coaster in reverse. So this is trying to bring balance. Yeah, justice is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about getting off of these emotional roller coaster rides, these highs, these extreme highs and these extreme lows, and kind of going with the flow, which is always somewhere in between. That's 4D energy. So that's like taking control of your life, taking control of the connection, taking control of the dynamics of the connection or the understanding that you have about how you feel and what you want and what's real and what's practical, what's actually happening, what's not happening. So there's something kind of going like sitting at a table. Okay, somebody wants to put things on the table and balance out these emotional highs and lows. What's Prince Charming? Graduation day. So the prince is becoming a king, which means that what they're trying to do is balance out their queen. So this is someone putting in the work to heal. I feel like this is a masculine. Now, slick and savage, it could be their fault. You could be mad at them. Doesn't have to be. But with the magician energy, they could have put you into a situation that was compromising. They could have tricked you in some way. They may have baited you, trapped you, used sexual magic, used their attraction or charm. Lots of energy that could come through with the Prince Charming. Okay, this is really one of those cards that can go on either side. I was just asking my son's father and his brother yesterday, like trying to figure out what is that called when you're not the antagonist or the protagonist. Pretty much I just call them a complex character. They have a complex character. Because it's enough of the good and the bad for you to just like them, but not agree with all of their ways or something like that. I don't know. I can't think of what you call them, but it's a word for it in the superhero world. If you think of it, put it at the bottom. But Hancock is one that kind of comes across the mind, okay? Like, you could understand or empathize with what he was going through or their situation in particular, why things were iffy, why she made certain choices, why he made certain choices. You understood more as the story unfolded and as there was like some kind of true dynamic between them where it was not the highest of the high emotions, but it wasn't the lowest of the low. So when they weren't fighting with one another and the emotions weren't involved, where are you really truly? Like, what's really going on? And it was easier to understand that person. So even with the pretty pampered princess, you two are a complex character, is what I'm getting. Like, sure, pretty pampered, nothing wrong with that. Just like charming and okay, well, slick, I don't know. But magician is actually a good word. Okay, savage, I don't know, but magician is actually a good word. Princess is a good word. Pretty pampered, nothing wrong with those things. But you could be spoiled. You could be spoiled rotten. You could become a real bitch when you don't get your way. Um, Confirmation. You could also like get into a very high and mighty energy where like the magician is still trying to keep the people happy, okay, make the people pretty much make sure people are getting what they came for, that they are wowed. Okay, so they're of service actually. The pretty pampered princess can sometimes get into the energy of being a queen before they're actually queening. So I feel like there's a situation where you guys are not your fullest version of self, but your Prince Charming, whoever this masculine is, they are leveling up. There's some lessons that they've learned and they've acquired some wisdom, which means that they got some cash money information, applied it to their life, and now they're ready to do something new. Part of this has to do with balancing out the emotions that they may have conjured up or created with you based on whatever illusions they've been casting or however they've been portraying themselves to the world. To you, doesn't matter, because we did get nosy. So you could have been picking up on gossip, rumors, and it is really coloring your reality with this person very differently. Okay, so that's something that they want to balance out. They want to add to your healing process because I feel like this person sees you as their queen. All right, this could be someone who is choosing you. I don't know why before I came to the table. Just, I do know why, because it's relevant to the energy. Everything is like preparing me. If I'm not getting prepared physically to be in front of the camera, I feel like I get more downloads to be prepared for the energy that I'm gonna getting ready to unveil here. But it was talking to me, spirit was like talking to me about the level of being. Okay, so as humans, you know, we are at the top pretty much of the food chain. Okay, but that primal energy is really where most people like to stay. So you could say, as humans, we can choose to take our crowns. We can choose to put our crowns down and be of service, or we can choose, you can choose to move behind the scenes, or we can choose to be on top of things and be seen. And that's the queen and the king energy. But you can also drop down to the ground and on all fours, and you know we love that. Okay, men love that. Their primal nature, love a woman. Okay, I like that. Throw it from the back. And we then we have feminines who love that too. Ooh, be a dog for me. Okay, give me that woo. Like it's there's a desire for the animalistic. Okay, what is that song? Is that Bruce? I can't even think of his name right now. 24 Karat Magic. What is his name? Anyway, there's a song, something about animals. Okay, but anyway, that would be like your prince and your princess energy, but you are tamed. Okay, so it's something about that going on here, and I feel like right now you guys are kind of running wild. You're on the prowl, possibly. So you are looking for someone, or you are courting this person, or at least you want to, but you're not off the market. So you're not truly in that queen and king status, but there is a masculine here who is ready to embrace their crown again. Okay, and so they're looking to crown their queen, and they're looking at you. Okay, so all right, let's go. Now let's fill in the gaps with tarot and see what we got going. And then we'll pick up another one. So tell me about the pretty pampered princess who pretty much is single You could have children, you may not, but you are free. You don't have any other situations with any other third parties. Okay, you're on the market, or at least you could be. It says pretty pampered, so you are being taken care of, or you're taking care of yourself very well. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're kind of just probably tending to yourself. That's what I'm getting. Like tending to yourself, keeping your hair done, keeping your nails done, keeping yourself looking good, feeling good, smelling good, keeping the maintenance of adding to your life, okay? Finding ways to make your life comfortable or better. You have a very bright perspective on life currently. You could have a very soft or warm or pleasing energy you're attracting. This is really good energy. It's actually pre-Empress energy. So nice. Nice. I feel like I'm dealing with people who typically stay in high vibrational energy. When you're courting, that is your king and queen. But once you guys solidify that, you return to Emperor and Empress energy, because the Emperor and Empress can do it separately if they want to. And I feel like that is dominantly your energies. But right now, because you may be in the time period where you are thinking about what you're missing, that's kind of what's putting you on the ground. And it's like, ooh, you know, you ready to get out here and get it type of energy. What's up, Go 28? Okay, where it's like, yeah, you're ready. You're on the prowl. You want what you want, okay? And you could be ready for this official person or situation right now, okay? What's going on with the Pretty Pampered Princess? I love this. Taking responsibility for their own actions. Truth revealed. Turning over new leaves. Just a very honest energy is what's coming through for you. Very honest. Something about you too, you're being seen as someone who puts in the work. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You put in the work. Now, there is a situation though where it's not paying out. Maybe what it is that you have not found what you're looking for yet. Good morning. Thank you. Yeah, this Seven of Pentacles. I feel like either you've already been looking at a specific person. It could be this person. Like I said, they could have been the one that put you in a compromising situation. You felt like they tricked you, or they're playing games with you, or you don't really know what this person is up to. It's too many illusions. They are slick. Okay, and you also know that they could be savage, quite savage. So you really don't know what to expect from this person. It could also be that you are the one pampering yourself. This person is not doing that for you. So it's kind of like, I don't really see any purpose here. Okay, so you could be at that point. This could also be where it's like, how much more pampering do I have to do for myself, for myself, for my life? How good, how perfect does my personal life have to be before I get my king? Okay, before I'm queened by somebody in particular. So you could be getting a little irritable, is what I feel. For some of you, you also could be reaching the age, especially if you don't have children already and you're ready to have children, or you have a set, time period that you want to have children by. Like, you don't want to have children after a certain age with knocked up in reverse. They call that, what is that, the clock ticking or some shit like that. So some of you are ready to start a family, or you may want another child. Maybe you already have children. Or it's just a turning point in your life where you are ready to have your man by your side and you live this pampered life together. Okay. Either way, there is some complacency that took place, or you may have gotten pretty much bored. It says dull, pessimism, perfectionism. Yeah, it's easy to fall into that trap because you kind of feel like you're being held back from something that you are so ready for. But that can pessimism can creep in. Oh, it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's too late. For some of you, this is someone who made a promise to you with broken promises. So you're becoming impatient. Yeah, it's not happening. I don't see it. No one, nothing's changing. Okay, this official situation is not official. This official person has not become official. So pretty much you could be ready to give up. It says complacency and workaholic. Like literally you could be choosing to put all of your focus and attention into other things instead of this person, because you're not seeing what the fuck it is that you've been hearing, okay, with the rumors and the thought processes, or even this person, okay, what they've said or what kind of energy they send to you. It's just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, because Pretty Pampered Princess usually is not a sleeping beauty. It's not. It's different. They be woke. That's why they're in that primal energy, both of you. Just like Prince Charming. They're not just charmed and wet behind the ears. No, this is someone more seasoned than that. The Savage tells me that. They'll cut through an act real quick. All right, let's see. Official person, official. Let me talk to the masculine here. What's going on with Prince Charming? Oh, yeah. See, he ready. He ready like Freddy. He ready to slaughter, or what is it? Slay like Jason. Anything that's in his way, okay? This could be an official situation that he considers to be business. And so whatever he's intended with you, for him, it feels as if he's broken his promises to you. He may be starting to feel impulsive, a little irritated, angered, okay? Could become domineering or disrespectful. Now, we have graduation day, so I feel like he's learned from those behaviors. This could be a situation like he would really want to just push up on you and, you know, tell you this is what it is. I told you he has the potential to. We got that, we had that kinky ways trying to peep out, okay? So I feel like this masculine could be a little worried about, especially with Prince Charming, if people typically look at him as someone who's very charming and someone who's very magical. Maybe you even look at him like that. He could have some fear of moving in his truth right now, which is his primal energy. He really want to push up on you. He really want to lock it down by whatever means possible. This baby that you want, he might want to pop that in you. Whether or not he's ready for the next step, this is where we're getting the graduation day, because he is something about this is just screaming maturity and wanting to do things the right way. But he definitely could do it the other way. King of Wands in reverse is known for spell work, known for sexual magic, the magic stick. This literally is Prince Charming, slick, savage magician. This is somebody who looks good, can make you feel good, and can take you there. Okay, can take you there and then can turn it off the next day as if they don't care at all. So that is a possibility here, but we have graduation day where I feel like this person is deciding to level up with you. So they're doing something different with you. They don't, it's not, I feel like the King of Wands likes to get women sprung because they can, because the control, the power is like a rush. Excuse me. They're very ego-based. So this person is essentially laying down their ego for you or taming their ego for you. Now, I'm going to say that the energy that you're in is weird because it kind of feels like that's exactly what you would want from them right now, especially with the knocked up in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, the tired of waiting, and even your energy is kind of like you're becoming restless. And this situation is becoming dull. Okay, it's becoming boring as fuck. You feel like you don't have anything to hide. You don't have anything else really to display or to express. You may have felt like you have said everything that you could say. Okay. So what you really would want from this person is actually what they have leveled up to seeing would probably not be best for the situation that they want with you. And that could be because they want something official. I don't know. I can't really see where this is going, but I'm telling you, it kind of seemed like almost like, I don't know. I ain't gonna speak on it. Yeah, it feels like you guys are missing each other. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. So this is causing them not to take action at all. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. On the bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles, generosity, giving and receiving. Um, so yeah, but no. Their maturity is causing them to be at a standstill, and their standstill is boring the fuck out of you if it's not giving you the time to heal. So there could be a like for some of you, this is good for you because it's helping you to heal. But for some of you, you're tired of healing. You're already healed, and you are bored as fuck with this individual not doing anything. Okay. So take it as it resonates. Like I said, trust your intuition over mine. Let's see what the official person, official situation, and justice. What do we have here at the center? Working on it. The Eight of Pentacles. The sun is sideways. I'm going to take it like this because I feel like this could be a very happy connection. There is likely some optimism that is still there, but I feel like the both of you are on the fence. So this could be a time period where, because things are stuck at a standstill and both of you have actually went through some healing, their need to be, if they already see you as their person, that actually is a move. It's a boss move. The fact that they could lock you down or trap you in such a way to make you sit still and stay. They could use those means to do that. They're choosing not to, which is, it's a level up. Okay. That tells me that emotionally they're balanced. Okay. When we get into worrying about what someone else might do or who you might give your attention to or who might get a chance at you, it causes you to move from a place of jealousy. Even with you, or jealousy or control. Okay, domination. With the pretty pampered princess, you could get restless, and like I said, you're in your primal energy. You could go and snatch up somebody if you wanted to. You could trap somebody if you wanted to. You could become bored and decide that living a toxic life or kind of, fucking some shit up would be more fun and exciting. So the fact that you're not doing anything, even though it seems like you're not going to stay in that energy for long, it doesn't look comfortable. You could be making wiser decisions because of it. So right now, currently, you are really at a good place, like peace. I feel like both of you are at peace at the very least. So anyway, this is working on the connection, even if you guys are not communicating. The fact that your emotions are balanced are it's like clearing your windows. It's clearing your glasses. The clutter, you can see each other better. The better to see you. Okay, so we have the sun, happiness, vitality, fun, and truth. So there's good here. Obviously, I feel like you guys know that, but it is on the fence, and it's going to depend on how much work you're willing to do. I feel like you've done enough work on yourselves individually. This will probably be about how much work you're willing to invest in this connection or in one another. Like the reality that the two of you share or want to share together. Whether or not this becomes something that can be happy and fruitful and actually move into a real connection, or if you guys are going to keep going your separate ways. Right now, it looks like this masculine, they may be in the energy of actually wanting to run from you because they're trying not to do what they feel like everything in their primal nature wants to do. This feminine energy could actually be ghosting or running too, and they could actually end up running into something else, but it's because they are desiring something that's not happening. And if they're moving from a space of unfulfillment, if they do. Okay, so both of you this is like a crucial time period. Whatever choices you make, if this is your reading, yeah, see, we have a contract is on the table, or this is what you guys are working on. So this may be a soul contract with the devil. There's someone here who feels powerless. Maybe you guys could feel powerless to get this person out of your life, get them out of your mind. This could be someone that you find yourself thinking about even when you don't want to. It could be someone you push against, but it doesn't work out well for you. This could be someone you want to push up on, but you don't feel that will work out well for you. So, yeah, it does kind of put you in this stuck energy. So that could be what you have the potential to work through. We have Page of Wands, conversations, interest, curing your curiosity. So I feel like you guys are going to get some answers. You're going to get some answers to your connection. What's next for this connection? And then I'm going to, well, I'll give you 2 more decks. And then we're going to move on to another cycle. Because there's not much coming out. So I feel like both of you still have decisions to make. So that could be what is happening right now. This is a decision-making process, and it could make or break the connection. I have 808 on the clock, so that's 808 and heartbreak. Yeah, it's on the fence. Whether or not this is going to be a happy connection, whether or not this is going to be a connection that you want to, you know, commit yourself to, or that you want to commit yourself to working on, it's going to depend on what you find or what you get or what this time period brings in. Okay, your decisions, and both of you, your decisions right now are extremely important regarding this connection and this person in particular, because of where you're at. So, all right, Page of Wands. What's going on? See, playfulness, Page of Wands. I don't know. That could be what you want. Now, if they're going to be playing and toying around with things that are important, like that could be somebody love bombing you with, oh, baby, I really want to be with you and I want all of this with you, blah, blah, blah. That's going to backfire. The reason is because neither one of you are truly this prince and princess type of energy. This is where you are currently because of your desire is changing your vibration. But I'm getting Emperor, Empress, your bosses in your own lives in your own right. You're just trying, it feels like you're trying not to assert that boss energy into your person's life. Maybe you feel or you judge that part of you or that side of you harshly, or maybe your person has judged it harshly. Okay, because, you know, this masculine could feel like you just think you always get your way, or you're going to have whatever you want and you don't care about anybody else. This princess could see this masculine as savage and slick. They're a liar, or, you know, they're a player, or they don't give a fuck. You know, they don't have a heart, whatever. So you guys have these judgments already on each other's shadow energy is what it really kind of feels like you're in. So if someone wants to play games and say things that they really don't mean, that is definitely going to send a connection in the wrong direction. You may have someone too who wants to create some kind of contract, a soul contract with you, which means that they'll try to bait you into committing yourself when they know good and goddamn well they're still not going to take the step they need to make. In fact, they're not going to take any steps. Yeah. The Three of Wands in reverse is about more stagnation. So pretty much it's just going to piss you the fuck off because you're already on the edge. I'm hearing don't push me because I'm close to the edge. So you may have had it with this person not getting what you want. All right. So that could be the end of the connection. That could make it official where it is officially an ending because this person is nothing but games. We also have release your ex in reverse. So there could be someone here who is still playing games with an ex or still has an ex. I'm going to say it's probably the masculine. Like I said, I'm really getting more of an independent energy. I'm getting lessons and leveling up, but possibly leveling up to not necessarily a commitment towards the feminine, but more so like a commitment to self to do things a certain way. And it feels as if there is still this energy of being a dog. So off a leash, okay, off the leash, not interested in being tied down, or pretty much they could be pushing against the official situation. So you may have someone who wants something official with you, but they don't want to do what it takes to have something official with you if it's not going to be trickery, okay, deceit, where they can pretend, or, you know, that's the benefit of these highs and lows emotionally. When they can get you into this really high emotional space, they can sell you anything, sell you a dream, a fantasy, whatever. And if it's good enough for you, you'll stay put, you'll stay in place, you'll do what they want, you'll play nice. Okay, and they can pretend to have this official situation with you. You can pretend to. Whole time they could still be with the whole ex or moving on to who's next and not telling you, okay? Or just keeping you around because, well, somebody to fuck on, to be, blunt. All right, let's get one last card here. So yeah, you got some major decisions here. We also have optimistic in reverse, so that could be really for the feminine energy here. You don't have a good taste in your mouth with this person. You don't have a good taste in your mouth about the situation. You could be very pessimistic, which is why you pretty much just want to know how the fuck to get this person out of your life so that you can make an opening in a room for the person that is actually going to fulfill you, the person who is going to do what it is that they say they're going to do, the person who will really show up for you, who has not just leveled up in it, because this person could have leveled up, but somebody is still dealing with an ex. So maybe they've leveled up for their ex, okay? They're not ready for what's next. They could just be a better person with the person that they were with originally and not necessarily turning over a new leaf with you. Like they still have loyalties elsewhere. So yeah, you want someone who is leveled up and ready for you. Okay, let's see. So you may not be feeling good about this. You may not be feeling good about this. And so you are looking for an official closure. You're looking for release. Yeah, we have the Star. So you definitely, I feel like this is somebody you are interested in, but honestly, you are balanced enough emotionally to say, come in, put things out on a table, clear up these rumors, or let me go. Okay. Like, you can watch me from afar. You can hit me up from a distance, but we don't have to, I don't want to lock myself down, because that's what it feels like is you are not, there's not chains here, but there's a lot of stagnancy and complacency. It's like just being stuck on repeat or doing the same things or feeling like you're in a box pretty much. And that could have been done deliberately. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Because I made these cards, but I'm getting more energy as I'm looking at it. The Slick and Savage, Prince Charming, Magician, that's someone who could create a lot of illusions in your life around you. Possibly even this has the potential to be like a third party, where they have created an illusion around your ex or around your new person, if this is your ex, or an illusion period in your life in order to trap you so that you do not move on. And that's a mental thing. Like they're toying with your mind and with your emotions. Okay. That's a grievance. That's a grievance against the spirit and against the soul. But they could feel that it's not technically a bad thing because they're not doing it against your body. But it's going to depend what you value, okay? Because you might feel like, well, I want you to grieve my body. In fact, that's what the fuck I'm waiting for. Like, okay, there's nothing happening here. I'd rather you do that. I can see through your magic because, like I said, I'm feeling like I got an Empress and an Emperor on my table. So maybe you're not concerned with them kind of leaving you in the lurch, or you could be the type of person, seriously, pretty pamper princess, you get what you want, you're really a queen. What do you mean? You think you're going to hit it and quit it? Nobody ever does that, but good luck. You know what I'm saying? You could find your final resting place. In your mind, this is how you could feel about this masculine. You're not afraid of what they're going to do physically. But if they're playing with your mind and your heart, that could actually be worse to you than if they would have toyed with your body. Okay? Or not toy with your body, but you know what I mean. If they would have pretty much done something that was not official, but kind of tried to make you feel like it was official, like the sexual connection. I'm telling you, this is how you guys are moving right now, but that's what you do when you get off a leash and you're on the prowl. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to lock that down. Oh, baby, whose is it? Okay, whole time you know that when you walk out that door, you're going to go live your life, do whatever you want, and that person may not even be on your mind for the rest of the day until it's time to play again. But this could have been something that as adults you guys were actually ready for, or this feminine would have preferred that than for you to play with their mind and their heart, okay, in order to hold them back. But we'll see. All right, camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past, and making new memories. So for some of you, this is something that you are understanding about a person that you were official with, and it's helping you to maneuver or see through the things that you're going through with someone new. You could be learning from those mistakes, and you could be right behind this masculine where you are leveling up too. You are learning lessons. You are applying the knowledge that your life has given you. And this could mean that either you decide to keep this person, keep this connection, and change your perception, or you could choose to learn from the past and make new memories with someone else elsewhere. So you may be getting what you need in order to get released from this. For the majority of you, I feel like you already have a soul contract. So that's really what's holding you back. But the soul contract would be null and void. If this person's been playing with your mind and your heart, that's a grievance. So it's the contract is null and void. So you will feel that freedom. If this is a true soul contract where both of you have been invested, so they could feel just as mentally and emotionally manipulated as you could, potentially, then I feel like you're going to get the justice you need, which means you'll get the answers you need to be able to make a choice, okay? Yeah, we have the sword and the rose, and as I was talking, I just kept hearing voice, but I didn't know where that word was going to go, but here it is. The sword and the rose is about conversations, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So someone's going to speak up or use their voice here, and I feel like that's going to clear the air. It's going to put things on the table, and it's going to itemize things so that you can make a sure decision in your life, a clear decision in your life. And you can do whatever you like. And for some of you, you can have whatever you like. Like what you want is literally what's on the table and what you can have. And for others, you're going to realize that while this person may not be what you need or what you want, you literally are in the space that you can have and create whatever you want. Because if you look outside of this connection itself and where you are, the both of you are pretty much like a great catch right now. Like even this Prince Charming, they could have done it wrong with you, but they've learned lessons from what they've done with you, how they've moved with you. And I feel like they're sitting still long enough that when they move, they'll move from a healed place, and be ready to create something better than what they've done. Now, for some of you, the better will be with you, but the better could be who's next, okay? Even for the Pretty Pampered Princess, this is cultivating patience. This is also cultivating qualities like, I don't know, humility, compassion, like I said, patience, things of that nature, grace, okay? Because it feels as if you literally have been ready for something to happen or something to pop, and you have been doing what you need to do. It feels like you're fed up, honestly, but the energy is so soft. So even though it's more of like being bored or complacent or just tired of the same shit, you also have experienced a level up in how you deal with your man, or so you're going to be a better catch for the next person. And especially because I was talking about what you've been doing for yourself as far as your mental, emotional, self-love, health. Yeah. Okay, and then for a lot of you, this is a twin flame. So that's where you do have a soul contract. Like I said, if someone was toying with emotions, toying with your mind, playing with you, creating a grievance against the spirit, they will have affected the equilibrium and the balance of the connection deliberately. And so this connection, this cycle could be over with this person, where you finally feel free. You're not receiving all of their energy. You don't have to care about what they're going through. You don't feel the need to change, you know, the way that you move with them or the way that you move in life because you can't get this person off of your mind or out of your heart or out of your energy. So this could be your energy returning to you. Yin yang, zen, that's peace. Balance, union. Okay, for some of you, the connection will come together. It's a lot of different, maybe this is, what is going on? Are we at a retrograde? It's like a lot of different connections are getting ready to have this like tower moment, or there's this crucial time period right now where your decisions really decide whether or not you're going to be in this person's life or not. So you guys are actually at a crossroads. You know, with the twin flame cycle, it be crossroads like every year. And this could just be another year for you. But something about it feels like you are definitely at a place now with what you've learned that you really will be able to break this cycle or this chain, especially if it feels like things are staying the same and you're not going to move forward. This is a chain that you're going to be breaking. Okay. Yeah. Official justice. You're going to get your justice. Do justice from this connection, which means clarity, which clarity gives you freedom. Clarity gives you freedom. All right, so I'm going to leave this at that. Let's see where we're at with time. 46 minutes. All right, let's just do one little general spread after that, because I don't know why. I just don't want to leave my mind stuck on the table with this, because this is confusing to me as I'm looking at it. So let's do one more spread, general. Alright. What's going on, Spirit? What do my collective need to know? Four of Wands in reverse. The Hangman in reverse. Someone's gained a whole new perspective shift. Someone's seeing something a lot differently after not getting what they want, or for something did not create the situation or the environment that they were looking for. Okay, someone would, it says cancel celebration, problem within family, imbalance. So someone, it feels like with the Four of Wands, something, yeah, see, we have insecurity, doubt, worry, feeling powerless. Ooh, this is not good energy. Somebody's been fighting. Someone's been fighting to either keep somebody powerless or feeling trapped mentally, trying to create a victim out of somebody. It says imprisonment, or this is how they've been feeling. This has to do with the sacral. This is like someone could have been playing in your sacral energy, or they attacked your sexual or sacral energy and pretty much got themselves trapped. So this could have been someone who was using sexual magic with the sacral energy. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Gemini possibly here. But somebody was using sexual energy, sacral energy, to make a situation grow. And that could be like to your detriment. Like they were trying to create something that would, like a seed. They were trying to sow a seed in you with the solar plexus energy, something that you would accept that could tear down at your confidence, that would tear down your resilience, that would, someone's trying to affect the way you see yourself or the way that you see your life. Someone wanted you to be insecure or stuck, and they thought that this was going to create some kind of like happy time period for them, or they were trying to create. For some of you, this is a twin flame dynamic that someone wanted to break down. You guys could actually be in union, or you were coming together or something like that. You could be together. And you have karmics, maybe two. It could be one, but it feels like it's like working together to try to stop the connection, break the connection, or break your confidence about the connection. Okay. So this has had a blowback effect. With the moon, you probably aren't aware of this, but somebody is experiencing a lot of difficulties mentally and emotionally. They could be hiding it well. Now, this could be you that's gotten set free, or you've been able to gain a new perspective because this is something that has been unveiled for you. Like, you know what's going on now. You have clarity. You can see better. Yeah, this is kind of like your grass got cut down. Somebody's grass got cut down, so someone is able to see more clearly what's going on here in the situation, what people are doing. This could also be the person who did this to you that is now having a shift in perspective. But I guess it's kind of, nobody knows right now with the moon. Nobody knows right now, especially surrounding a Sagittarius, because we have the moon energy here on Sagittarius. Now, Gemini energy, if that's who you're dealing with, that could be more clear. And if you're a Taurus, or if you're dealing with a Taurus, I feel like you definitely have had a new perspective shift, which has freed you from some kind of situation, dynamic, contract, way of thinking, way of seeing things. You've been enlightened, so you could be feeling a lot more lighter or free. If you're other than a Sagittarius, if you're an Aries, possibly, I feel like this is creating some instability and it's not making you happy, possibly because of what you have become aware of. Okay. What's going on in the collective? What's the Four of Wands? Oh, the Empress. Oh, yeah. Well, the celebration must have been the sacrifice. The Empress could be seen as the virgin. She could be seen as the empathy, the love. She was going to be this cup that would create this celebratory energy. This could also be your divine feminine, who has experienced some kind of imbalance, or now they're second guessing, or they have been second guessing the connection because of this. And they have gained a perspective shift. The Empress and the Hangman in reverse. This is Taurus energy dominantly. So you could be a Taurus, and you could be realizing what's been affecting your happy life, or what's been affecting your energy, or what was actually happening here. Like, you could have a shift in perspective where you were feeling that something wasn't a good time, something wasn't stable, everything wasn't okay, and you're now realizing that things are okay, things are playing out as they're supposed to. Or I don't know, but you could actually be getting impressed by a situation that was not impressive, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. All right, the Hangman in reverse is the King of Wands in reverse. So somebody is happy for the shift in perspective. They could feel free and relaxed with what they have been made aware of. But at the same time, they are also realizing the promises that have been broken. They could also be very aware of someone's disrespectful behavior, or someone's tendency to not be able to control their impulses. They could also be aware that someone is having a temper, like a bad temper tantrum. So there could be a situation where you've set yourself free from a person, and you're now realizing why that was really good for you. Okay, because people can mask a lot of things. But with this King of Wands in reverse, it feels, and we have Sagittarius Scorpio energy, but it feels like someone has a really hard time dealing with not getting their way. And this is all based on ego. It doesn't matter if they are actually playing the role, if they actually do what they're supposed to, if they're a bunch of talk and they never walk it out. Doesn't matter. They feel that they should be treated. They have these high expectations. They should be treated based on what they tell you, okay, and not really what they do. It's kind of like making a fool of you. You would have to play the fool, literally, for whoever this person is. Domineering, disrespectful is someone who could not respect you as a woman, as a lady. With the Empress, okay, they could be very dogmatic. So they're in primal energy, but you're not. That's the difference. So that first spread, it felt like both of you were in the same place mentally. So you guys, that's what was creating the balance in your connection. Is because you both felt the same way about each other. This situation feels different, where that is not, this behavior is not warranted. This behavior is not appropriate. This behavior is not justified. Like it's out of whack. It's out of balance. It's ruining the good time. Okay. Someone could be very sexually frustrated or have a bad temper. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not getting what they want sexually. And because of that, it's just like, I don't know, but it feels like it's awakening you to not just your truth, but the truth of this person. Like, what's up with you? What is your problem? You know? Because that's a problem. Like, if, I don't know, but that's a problem. It really is. People get to say no. Nobody has to do anything with you that they don't want to. And that goes for men too. It goes for men too. Men might like women who like to take control and, you know what I'm saying? But when a man really says no, that no needs to mean no, just like you expect for a man to accept a woman's no as no. So both of you could be, I don't know which side of it you're on, but just because it's the Empress doesn't mean that it's not a man here as well. But yeah, there's something about respect. Okay. Two of Swords is in reverse. This person is in a spiritual imprisonment. So you are likely able to see a lot of things with them that they aren't capable of seeing with you right now. And it's helping you to make some pretty serious decisions. Okay. So it could be a complete no with this individual, but they may not be aware of that. And that's because their perspective is stuck where they are. It's like their light is stuck in this egotistical universe where they're getting what they want by any means necessary, even if they have to, force things to go a certain way or push things to go a certain way. Someone may feel like they can assert their dominance physically, or they can arrange things physically in such a way that they'll be able to create what they want with you instead of just doing the work. Or really, with the Empress, you got to heal. Okay. Yeah, something is just completely unstable. The Four of Wands in reverse. My coffee is cold. I feel rushed, but I should not be rushed. Give me a second, y'all. I just want to heat my coffee up because I think I'm not going to go too much longer, but this is interesting now. So, hold on. Oh, shit. Yeah, give me a second. So you know what I was just hearing. Because every time I get up from the table during a reading, which I try not to do, I don't know why sometimes I don't feel as relaxed. It's my channel, and I can put a timestamp if I decide to take a break. I don't know why I feel like it's not okay. But anyway, I just heard like someone could not realize, like they're trying to portray the real thing instead of actually being the real thing. And that's what's going on with you, with the Empress. Whether you're the male or the female, who you are portraying yourself to be is actually who you are being, with or without this person, with or without them. So you're not just being it because of them. You're not just being it in spite of them. You're not just being it in front of them. But this is really who the fuck you are. You're the real deal. Now that is a light that could be blinding for somebody who is ego only. Like, it's only for what the outside world sees. But this is not truly who they are, what they're embodying when nobody's watching. Okay? This is cash money information. I just feel it in my spirit. Leo, and I love me. I never dated a Leo. I'm not really into, to be honest, if I like women, I would date a Leo woman before I would date a Leo man. Um, Even though I love Leos, but every Leo man that I came in contact with, I really wanted to be like their best friend. Their best friend. They are so fun. But every time they try to turn it, and they always do too. Like I think Leo men like Leo women, but as a Leo woman, I don't know. It's just like too many. We're both lions. It's, I don't know. It just don't work. I'd be like, oh my God, wait, like, cause I'm the lion, so I post, and they're supposed to be cool, but they don't be cool. They be post like it's. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm weird. But what my point was is that I don't like to date, but I love to see a Leo man in action. Like I love those qualities of the King of Wands. But this King of Wands in reverse, the problem is this is not their truth. It's not their truth. This is ego. This person probably is not a fire sign. They're probably not a Leo. Definitely not a Leo. Probably not an Aries. They could be a Sagittarius. They could even be a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Gemini. Um, oh, okay. Possible Aries. They could be an Aries. But it's not a Leo. But my point is, I like the type of person who really likes to take charge. Sometimes I like that. That's where I get confused and I think like, oh, I might like a Leo. But no, I think I would have to date, which I have, mostly Sagittarius, never an Aries. But I prefer that kind of dominance. Okay. It's more understated, you know. But this person, the difference here is what I'm feeling is they're usually using anger or rage. It's like a chain. I don't like that. And what I get with Leos is they use that on the outside. They get mad so quick. Their egos are extremely fragile. And I don't like the way that they behave when they take an ego blow. What I have dealt with people who are not fire signs is that a lot of times they can absorb those ego blows a lot easier and they may deal it back. But it's like, I don't know, thicker skin. When you're so used to having to portray or embody your ego, you don't really get a chance to embrace, honor, love, and be your truth. And then let that be enough for you. So this is what's going on with this King of Wands in reverse. I don't care what sign they are, but this person is not true. They're not used to getting what they want by being who they are. So they like to puff their chest out or portray something way different in order to get what they want. You, on the other hand, are naturally attracting what it is that you want because you actually are whatever it is that you're portraying yourself to be. So it's not a trap. Although it could feel that way because you attract people to you, you summon people just through your energy alone, it could feel like a trap. But when people come in, when people get close to you, it's always better than what they originally saw. So for them, it's an opportunity less than it is a trap, okay? But it's kind of like once you go in, why would you want to go back? So it feels like a trap. With this person, is literally a trap because the closer you get or the more you dig or the more you uncover the layers, unfortunately, what you find is that they are not who they were puffing their chest up or portraying themselves to be. The truth of it is a lot different, and sometimes it's less likely to be pleasing or appetizing or fulfilling, okay? So you could have had a change in perspective because what this person was showing on the outside, it's something totally different than what's really going on here, or what you were feeling, what you were thinking you were gonna see is definitely not where this person was or what was really going on. We have Venus in reverse, so there could have been something about this person's heart quality that you thought was in a certain space, that they had somehow had a new change in perspective, had this new epiphany. For a lot of you, this is somebody who is using sexual magic. So no, there is not this great epiphany. There is not this big change, and now they see you as the love of their life, or a wife, or a mother, or someone that they want to care for, or love and nurture. There's not this newfound appreciation for you, although it could feel like it. What it really is this person bust a nut and they're feeling really good about you. It could have been that they did it with you or they did it to you. Okay, and so this person is like satiated. They're like stuck in your sexual energy. This is entrapment. They were trying to trap you and instead got trapped. Reason why is because the energy that they were connecting with is the real thing. It's divine energy. Human friendly, bug deadly. You can be not even human, mammal friendly. You could be primal. You could be in primal energy. The Empress is all the things. All the things. So she gets down on the ground too. She goes out with the people too. She can come and sit in your house too. She may love, like I said, she may love a man that wants to try to put it on her. Show me what you got. Show me what you're working with. Or masculine, yeah, show me what you got. Show me what you're working with. Everybody likes to be served. So they could be very open for that. But what you cannot do is a Venus flytrap. This person literally is radiating unconditional love. You cannot come in pretending to love them, but really all you got is your stick, or all you got is that, kitty cat. That's it? That's all you're offering for real? Like there's nothing else. You haven't gained no new perspective. There is nothing new that you want to do. You don't want to be or say your truth. There's still nothing new here. All you have is to just wave around your wand or to pop that on a handstand. That's it. So, bug deadly. Because bugaboo, you're an insect. It's irritating. The awareness is irritating because it's taking the vibration lower, instead of it becoming something that's like, wow, I wasn't expecting this. This is really nice. For some of you, I don't know, this could be a situation where it was a little bit of both, but because of someone's inability to communicate openly with you or to be honest, okay, and express their truth, it kind of just made the decision for you. So there could be some aspects of this person where you were realizing that there is the potential for them to be the real thing. That potential still lives there. But you could also feel that with you, it's just not a possibility because this person is not where they need to be. They're just not where they need to be with you. Like they're not willing to communicate themselves to you. They're not willing to express themselves. They're still stuck in some kind of way, like where they feel trapped or restricted. It's like there's something they're not owning up to, which is keeping them in this darkness. That's what it feels like. Because when the Empress, whether male or female, but your light it's a freedom that you have. Your light creates an aura around you where you could be welcome pretty much anywhere. Now, people who are not feeling the same as you, they will want to attract you and keep you because they can feed off of you. People who are feeling the same as you will want to connect with you in order to gain and exchange perspectives with you. They see you as an equal. This person does not see themselves as an equal, but they are pretending to be. So for you, it's like, yes, they do have the potential, but not with me, because this person already is seeing you as someone who's putting them in a box. Like they feel trapped. they don't feel more free around you. They feel less free around you. So it's not a good fit for you, is what you could be coming to the perspective shift, or somebody is deciding that, okay? Just based on what they're seeing, what they're getting. What's the Nine of Wands here? Because somebody was doing spell work, or someone was trying to attack your sexual energy. I don't like this, but this has been coming around the table for a while. It's giving weird rapey vibes. Now, it's energy, King of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. This is all energy. But that really feels like someone who could have a codependency on your sexual energy, and they're doing a lot of masturbating. And they're doing it to get into your energy, but not just to get in there, to either create some kind of warfare, to stir something up, to start some shit up, or to disrupt your confidence, your balance, your ease, and to get you trapped, or to coerce you into a different reality where you make a different choice. Okay, and I feel like this is probably what the lid was blown off of. So whatever celebratory situation they thought they were going to create, it fell flat on the floor. Oh my God. I don't know. I was just hearing war, but not anymore. But I was also hearing someone's face hit the fucking floor. Like, I don't know what this is. Somebody definitely did a trap, or did a love spell, or a lust spell on someone. And then they came in to try to see if it worked, or they tried to connect to see, you know, if it had worked or whatever. What's this? It did work, but it worked on the wrong person. It worked on them. Yeah, why? Because these people, you have multiple people doing this to you, or this is two different situations. Doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, somebody is pure fucking love. They love themselves. They actually hold unconditional love for people in their lives. And they carry God's love, which means that anybody who can be in the right vibe, and the right vibe is authenticity. That's different for everybody. So it's not like a cookie cutter situation. You just got to be real. But you would be able to feel God's love and thereby sip that cup. That's what divine masculine and feminine do. That's why everybody wants you, or everybody wants to be around you. Because you carry God's love. So this was a war against your heart. That's why it's blowing back. So this could be causing you to make different decisions based on what you're getting. It feels like you are definitely having a perspective shift about some of the people that you've been dealing with, whether they are operating or moving out of real love, or whether they are completely at war with love, honestly. Yeah, Six of Swords in reverse. This has happened before. This is an ongoing situation. Someone wanted to turn you into a sacrifice, and they turned themselves into a sacrifice, and they understand why. Yeah, this could be setting you free. So someone else who tried to sacrifice you to get what they wanted now is being sacrificed, because like you're sacrificing them from your life, essentially. Because you are no longer needing to carry their worries, their issues. You aren't worried about them anymore. You've let go of your anxiety, your stress, whatever fears could have come up because of whatever this illusion or this spell work was. That has been released as well. So you gain clarity, insight, and that is helping you to make better decisions in your life. So if you're at a crossroads with somebody, you could be able to make a decision from a very clear place, because now you're able to see what's actually happening here. So yeah, something has been revealed to you, and it feels like somebody is stuck now. Whoever this person is, this is double stuck. Someone's in spiritual imprisonment. Spiritual imprisonment. This could be a Gemini or an Aries. Feeling powerless, unproductive, with the victim mentality, trapped, restricted, helpless, imprisonment, dilemma, lost direction and planning, lacks vision and motivation, delays, self-doubt, hindrance, and regret. So whoever this person is, they're in regret, but only because they're sitting in a cell. It could be a real prison, it could be a mental prison, but it's one that they constructed for you. So now they're in it. All right, and we have the Knight of Cups. If this was a Sagittarius or even a Scorpio or a Libra, possibly, this person may have intended or went to war against your heart, against your love. Maybe they didn't feel that your love was true, that your love was real, but now you have stood your ground. You stood your ground. Whoever you are, you've been crowned. You've already been crowned. It's already been seen. So you are experiencing joy, new love, an emotional awakening, or the sense of fulfillment and personal growth. You could be feeling this love for self, and you may have taken this love away or off the table with this person who went to war with your love, or they gave you reason to question the love that you are, the love that you feel. Like someone tried to take not just your self-love, but they tried to take God's love away from you. That's a grievance, again, against the spirit. People do not understand this. This is a grievance against the mind. That's why you're bound by your mind. Someone's trapped in their mind because they tried to play with yours. Someone is trapped in their feelings. It says heartbreak, deceit, disappointment, unrealistic turmoil, and avoiding conflict. This person is now running from the very war that they tried to create. This person tried to rattle and confuse you, and now they want to run and try to seek cover. But the Queen of Swords, it's too late. This person already sees you. This person already has the clarity. This person has already gotten what they needed to essentially behead whoever this person is, because it's somebody playing in their garden. This is a snake who got into a garden that they don't belong in. So you do have the authority with the Queen of Swords to take this person's head off. And you may be doing that. Spell work for sure is blowing back, because even if you're not taking their head off, what you are doing is cutting through all of these illusions. So the Magician in reverse, whatever spell work they've done, there is a blowback. It's going back to them. Page of Swords, you could hear word of this. You may see evidence of this, or they could be experiencing this right now. These could be people monitoring spirits. They've been watching you, and what they're finding is whatever they thought was happening to you, it didn't happen to you. So that means whatever they sent out there with the Magician, it's coming back. You could see this as a baseball bat. It's kind of like somebody thinking that they're sending something to you secretly, and whole time you're standing there looking at them with a baseball bat, ready to send that shit right back into their world, right back into their reality. You're throwing it right back in their face. Yeah, I cannot make it up. The end to a soulmate cycle with the Three of Swords. This is you. You are clarifying this truth. You are taking those swords out and you are putting them back where they're due. We have heartbreak, separation, sorrow, emotional pain, heart problems, betrayal, upset, loss, trauma, and tears. This is what other people are dealing with, and this is you moving forward. Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave the reading at that. Okay, I will see you guys in the next live. Thank you for liking the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you want to know when I go live. I'm in love with your souls, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.